his head was right here, and just say this is his legs. His head right here, just say this is his legs. It was flipped over his body. You know, it was just crazy, man. It was crazy. What's going on, YouTube? This is your boy Deputy Watts, and we're closing out week 7, y'all. Week 7 of FTO. It's been fun. It's been a lot to learn, man. Lot to learn. Been working on crash reports all week. Been doing a lot of traffic stops, man. Just seeing a lot of things, man. Been going to the jails a lot. So yeah, y'all. So let's open up the PD journal, shall we? All right, y'all, welcome back. First of all, I would like to give a shout out and a thank you to all my 151 subscribers, and to all my subscribers that's been, you know, very active in the comment section, asking me questions. You know, I'm giving you guys the answers. You know, tell me your thanks. You know, that means a lot to me. That means that what I'm talking about is helping y'all out. Because, man, like I said, man, I'm coming off this on just raw, not scripted, you know, and I'm just telling y'all what I know, giving y'all everything I know. And if I don't know the answer, I'll go and look for it. You know what I mean? But I just want to give y'all, I just want to tell y'all thank you. Thank you so much. And I appreciate y'all. Y'all don't understand how much I appreciate y'all. You know, YouTube and doing these videos is one of my hobbies, you know, and I just didn't expect for it to, you know, be like this. But I just want to thank y'all, man, and I'm glad that you guys are finding some educational purposes regarding to my videos. So with that being said, closing out week 7. So how did the week go? Well, as you already know, I'm still on nights. Nights is kicking my ass, but I'm still on nights. I actually prefer nights. You know, you get to see a lot more at nights. You know, you get your DWIs, you get your people who have warrants. They like to drive at nights. They be thinking that they safe, you know. So basically, you know, this week, man, it's been a lot of traffic. It's been a lot of traffic, you know, pulling people over, giving out warnings and citation, you know, finding, you know, stuff in people's car, finding out they have warrants on their record. Man, this one girl we pulled over, man, she had about 6-7 warrants, man. Check out the picture I'm about to put up. But she had about 6-7 warrants. We took her over to JPC, man, let her serve them warrants. You know, she was out basically the next day. I believe she was out basically the next day. I've been at the jails about at least 4 to 5 times this week. It's because one day I'm up there twice on a warrant. So I've been up at the jails a lot. My FTO, he allowed me to do the whole entire process myself. So I had to get the violator registered. I had to get them fingerprinted. I had to do all of it in order for that suspect to be processed into the jails. After we did all that, I was a little nervous because I didn't want to mess up, man, because if you mess up, man, you could be sitting there for hours and on hours, you know what I mean? So I was glad that I didn't mess up. I actually did it pretty good, pretty well. I actually taught my FTO something. So been going up there so much that, you know, it's almost like second nature now. Now what I'm working on mainly is just reports, because you have your LW, you know, which is your incident report. You have your AR, which is arrest report. You got your PC report, probable cause report. You got your racial profile reports, all that type of stuff, right? So I'm working on how to write those reports. When you write your incident report, it's going to be a little different than writing your probable cause report. Same thing for your arrest report, your racial profile report. All of them are different. So I'm working on on writing those reports, especially in a timely manner, because I could write those reports, but it's gonna take me forever to write those reports. So I don't want to be, on shift all freaking day with 3 reports, 4 reports that I have to write, and it's taking me all day to write them. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to, brush up on my reports, make sure I know I know what to say, know what to do, the when, where, and how, type of stuff. But when it comes to your arrest reports, it's a little different. When it comes to your PC report, it's a little different. So just getting those reports down. Also, there's been a lot of motorcycle versus car accidents, truck accidents. On Wednesday we had a fatal accident. It was a pickup truck versus a motorcyclist, and the motorcyclists didn't win. So we worked that fatal accident. It was my first fatal accident I worked by myself. I was very nerved up. I was very nerved up, y'all. Seeing a fresh dead body, I was nerved up, man. So I had to get the information from the pickup truck guy, and he was freaking out, and I had to do my thing and make sure he wasn't under any influence. Ask him what happened, get the facts and circumstances of it, wrote it down and put all the information in, make sure he doesn't have any warrants and stuff like that. Man, it was nerve-wracking, man. It was nerve-wracking. I was skipping steps, missing stuff, and my FTO was like, man, calm down, take a breath. I know this is a lot for you. Just continue to focus on what we need to focus on to basically to get this investigation on to the next investigators. So I just did what I had to do, put the information in, and after that, made contact with some people that I needed to contact, and passed it along to the investigators who's going to work that fatality. And from there, we basically left the scene, and we talked about it, and it was just one of those things that I have never seen anything that diabolical. It was crazy, man. I mean, I'm talking about the victim's body was just twisted all up. I mean, his head was right here, and just say this is his legs. His head right here, just say this is his legs. It was flipped over his body. It was just crazy, man. It was crazy. His helmet was still on, so good thing I have to see his face. But yeah, it was one of those things, man. You're gonna have to deal with, being a peace officer. You gotta deal with these crashes, man. Some of these crashes are bad. Sometimes you have babies in the back seat, all just crunched up. Speaking of babies in the back seat, we pulled this one lady over. She had a Tesla. We pulled her over, and come to find out, she had her sister. Her sister was in the back seat with her child, not in a car seat. Man, so we ticketed her. We ticketed her for speeding. She was going 65 in a 45. Then after that, we gave her sister in the back seat a ticket for an unsecured child. We called the supervisor, sergeant, to see if we can, help out by giving her a car seat. And sergeant said we didn't have any more donations left over, so we just had to let her sit them down in the car and strap them up and get to their destination. But imagine, she's going 65 in a 45. Just say that one, just say if a person pull out in front of her, it's a boom collision. That child would have flew through the window. It would have been over with, man. He would have flew through the window and lost his life. He wouldn't have a chance. He wouldn't have a chance. So stuff like that, man, I take that very seriously, man. I take that very seriously. So that's why I work traffic. I work on those speeders, and seeing something like that, and it's just full circle. It put everything together. Working those crashes, I see how it could just mangle someone's body, and you have a 6-year-old kid and a 5-year-old kid in the back with no car seat on, and man, you're going 60 miles per hour. Somebody pull in front of you, hit him a full 60 miles per hour. Man, he's back there standing up. Man, flies right through that window, take his life. So yeah, man, take those traffic stops very seriously, man, because you never know. You might be pulling on somebody who's under the influence, or you might find some stuff that you need to be taken off the streets. That need to be taken off the streets. Real talk. I know how to work a tow slip. You know, I know how to tow someone's car, how to implement it in the system, in the MDT. I know how to implement it into the dispatch, you know, and into our inventory. I know how to do all of that now. So, you know, now I just need to work on the paperwork. I know how to make an arrest. You know, I know how to give out traffic tickets, citations, the verbiage of it. I still need to work on a little bit of the verbiage, but I know how to do it, the basics. Shoot, I know how to work a crash now, minor or major. You know, I know how to do a warrant. I know how to process, you know, suspects into the jails. I know how to basically write an incident report, but not as good. I'm working on it. So there's things that I'm still going to have to learn on my own. This job is more so like you got to be thrown out to the wolves and learn this stuff out on your own. Once you get on your own, that's when you're really going to know how to be a peace officer. Because right now, I'm being guided. I'm being taught the basics on how to do all this stuff. You know, so once I get on my own, it's up to me on how I handle things. You know what I mean? It's up to me. Okay, what do I got here? What's the elements of the crime? What can I get them on? Just like this one commenter, he said, man, hold on, this guy had comment on one of my videos. He was like, what you know, what department you work at? You just left that guy with a warning who had drugs and a gun on him. See, that's the thing. He wasn't unlawfully carrying because he had his pistol in his holster, and his magazine wasn't even inside the pistol as well. And you know, instead of Texas, you have the right to carry. You know, and regarding to the marijuana wasn't even real marijuana. It's store-bought marijuana. Yeah, he bought that from the gas station. You know, the gas stations be selling marijuanas now, so it has a different molecular makeup to make it not THC. So all in all, he's not unlawfully carrying it under the influence. So we had to let him go on warning, you know, so he's not breaking any laws. So it sometimes it becomes complicated, and when it becomes complicated, lean on your other deputies, lean on your other officers, ask questions, you know, and they will help you out. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna continue to learn every single day. You're not gonna you're gonna pick up these things, but it takes time to pick up everything, you know. Once I'm out on my own, after about a year or so, then I can really call myself a deputy. Because by then I know what to do everything. I'm going to get into everything. If I see a call waiting, I'm going to get into it. If I see my other deputy pick up a call, you know, I'm going to go to it. I'm going to learn, especially those family violence calls. Those ones are very difficult, very difficult. When you got to separate the parties and see who's the aggressor, and if there's kids in the home, you know, you got to call CPS. You got to do all these things, man. It's a lot that goes into it. Especially, I want to work those calls because in about 2 or 3 years, I want to become a detective regarding to family violence and victims unit. I want to go into it. So I'm working my way to that by just going to those certain calls in a year or so. I mean, 6 months to a year or so, become a crime scene photographer, start taking pictures of victims in that circumstance. You know, get my master's degree and working in family violence. and how to work those and do my investigations. So yeah, y'all, you know, week 7, closing it out. I got one more week in phase 2. I got one more week in phase 2. So after next week, I'm gonna be done with phase 2, and I'm gonna be in phase 3. Phase 3 is gonna consist of basically my FTO basically gonna ghost me. He's not, I gotta act like he's not there, and I gotta do everything by myself for 3 weeks. Of course, if I'm doing something that's gonna put my life in danger or his life in danger, he's going to correct me. If I'm short circling on certain things, he's gonna be there kind of like a guide to like help me out a little bit. But 9 times out of 10, he just gonna be sitting back, riding, not saying anything to me. You know, just, you know, I gotta make sure I have my PC, the reason why I made the stop, all that stuff. You know what I mean? I gotta know that by myself before, and I gotta do this for 3 weeks. I'm gonna be, that time I'm gonna be on the evening shifts. I'm gonna be working from like 2 to 10. I'm gonna let you guys know when I upload another video. But I have another week to close out, so I'm gonna close y'all out on week 8. But in week 9 is gonna be on evening shifts. Phase 3, you know, my FTO basically gonna be ghosting me. So I'm gonna see how I do, y'all. Let's see how I do. But it's been jam-packed. I'm gonna make sure this week coming up with my FTO, because man, he's the best FTO I had ever since I've been in this program. At nights, he's putting me into getting me into a lot of shit. So I commend him, man, because it's a lot that's going on. Sometimes you be tired, you like, man, I don't want to work this, but you gotta do it, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get myself into a lot more shit next week, so I can give y'all a lot more what's going on. But as of right now, I'm getting the basics down. So all right, y'all, man, you know, thank y'all for, you know, clocking in, tuning in with your boy. Closing out week 7 of FTO. Stay tuned for week 8 of FTO, and we gonna go from there, man. I thank y'all, man. Y'all be safe out here. And if y'all have any questions, you already know, leave them at the comment section. I'm gonna get to them when I get to them. And thank y'all, man, for your support. All my 151 subscribers, you know, share, and subscribe to this channel. I mean, you know, just continue to support your boy. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for the bottom of my heart. Peace.